Hey. Um, I gotta do my intro. Well, I shouldn't have done it for a video like this. I will try to keep it brief, which is a challenge for me. Um, we lost Sinead O'Connor. Um, as an Irish Catholic, her name is like Sinead something Marie O'Connor. Uh, her name at the time of her death was Shuhada Davitt. If I say that wrong, it is my ignorance and not my lack of caring. Now, as I said in the description for many of these platforms, I have negative and positive thoughts about this talented, important person. But she has passed away at the age of 56. Now, trying to look at which article I should read from, I went with the Irish Times. I've not read this beforehand, so I don't know. Uh, it just seemed appropriate to use a lesser known something that was local, at least to her people. Normally, I would toast to the fallen, but again, Sinead O'Connor uh, converted to Islam and changed her name to Shuhada Davitt. And it is against Islam to partake in alcohol. So that shot is to her friends, family, fans, and my prayers are for her. All right, so stop rambling. Sinead O'Connor has died at the age of 56. Her family announced in a statement, "It is with great sadness that we announce the passing of our beloved Sinead. Her family and friends are devastated and have requested privacy at this very difficult time." I would like to reiterate that. Um, don't bombard them with questions and all this. Just express your love, your concerns, and leave it at that. They need support, not bullshit. The acclaimed Dublin performer, which means real Ireland, not like those Belfast Northern Irish Protestants. Sorry, little levity. She released 10 studio albums. Her first two were ooh. After that, she shot her career in the foot. No apologies. Nothing Compares to You, number one single in the world on her from her second album. Prince wrote it. Her version of the ballad was raw and emotional. and fuck. Now, John Mayberry directed the video, and while it's brilliant, I mean, you've got an attractive, emotional, unique-looking singer belting out a brilliant song, and your video is close-up. Yeah. He didn't use his talent, he used his common sense on that one. She was given awards after awards, and she dedicated her album, the second one, the big one, each and every member of Ireland's refugee community. You're very welcome in Ireland. I love you very much. I wish you happiness. The president of Ireland, if I'm wrong, my apologies, I'm reading an article. First reaction on hearing the news of her loss was to remember her extraordinarily beautiful, unique voice. To those of us who had the privilege of knowing her, one couldn't but always be struck by the depth of her fearless commitment to the important issues which she brought to the public attention, no matter how uncomfortable those truths may have been. That is so very accurate. Ireland has lost at such a relatively young age, 56, one of our greatest and most gifted composers, songwriters, and performers. I can't speak for her composing or songwriting. Her as a performer, I can attest. As someone who's not, I respect her. I've got my issues with her beliefs, but I stand by how she was passionate. She spoke her truth. She's an icon. Yeah, I'm just gonna bounce away from just reading that article. Her career took a big when she ripped up a picture of the Pope. Now, I was not raised Catholic, and I practice Catholicism, but I'm not one of those. So I recognize what she was doing. And being an Irish Catholic girl herself, she knew that was not smart. She knew that was more than making a statement. That was brass fucking balls. Now, did she go too far? What she was speaking out against, can you ever go far enough? So, yeah, I wouldn't have done that, but I would like to think I would have been as passionate on the topic as she was. But yeah, it was disrespectful. It was mean. It was hurtful. She was reacting emotionally because that's who she is. That's who she always was. And if you look into her life story and the place she was sent as a young adult or adolescent, as a teenager, she was sent to a place that was harsh. Bad things with good intentions, maybe. And she did bad things with good intentions, absolutely. I, she did and this was after the entire world turned on her. She did this fucking performance. She did like acapella. I want to say Bob Marley, might have been Bob Dylan. Anyway, she did and she was overly emotional, and that doesn't work great for. Anyway, she didn't do a great performance of this song, but I mean, she just fucking ripped her heart out on stage and handed it to the audience, and they booed. And she was like, she was so vulnerable and the audience booed, which kind of worked. I mean, it kind of just fed into her vibe, but it was awful. It was terrible to watch. And Chris Christopherson, if I'm wrong, please correct me, but Chris Christopherson came out and fucking gave her a hug and like lectured the audience. And you could just feel, even on video, you could feel the shame of the audience for attacking someone being so open and honest and vulnerable and passionate. And she did and said things that I did not agree with. The method, I am confident that her and I disagreeing passionately. Thank you, Chris. It was Chris. Yeah, Peter Gabriel doesn't have the brass balls that Chris does. But as her and I passionately would disagree on a topic, we could both sit there and pour our hearts out. I believe. I could be wrong. And walk away with respect. Now, she converted to Islam, which I have a lot of respect and affection for Islam. Now, coming from someone who in his 30s converted to Catholicism, I have a lot of empathy. It is a religion that is practiced in ways that are bad. And it is a religion that is practiced in ways that are good. And it is the most Sinead O'Connor thing in the world. Super feminist rebel to convert to a religion that has some of the most strict, oppressive people practicing. I mean, you can't understand it other than saying, oh, Sinead O'Connor did it. Oh, that's why I don't get it. It's like trying to make sense of Tom Waits' decision. What? No, it's Tom Waits. Oh, shit. Sorry, but Heath Ledger was. I'm just gonna be Tom Waits. Motherfucker won an Oscar. If you don't think Heath Ledger's Joker is a really fun impersonation of Tom Waits, you don't know Tom Waits. So I was gonna skim through her Twitter feed, or not her Twitter feed, but the Twitter of people talking about Sinead. And I'll admit it kind of annoys me because I automatically, like, it all seems so fake, right? This one, I don't know this one, but this one looks promising. I could be completely wrong and judging it based on the person's appearance.
You don't believe it's my account. It is my account. But fret not, I'm going to be a good girl. Trying to fucking film a video on the bloody phone, what are you doing? 4K, fucking HD, fucking... What the hell are you talking about? I think we're in HD. I look like shit either way, which is why I didn't want to make a video. But, the way your kid, unfortunately, passing away, it isn't good for one's body or soul, to be fair. But anyway, look, that's not all about. Anyway, hi guys. Here's my nice flat. Let me see, can I flip the camera? Oh, well, anyway, there's a bunch of flowers my friend gave me today. My nice flat. There is my new Martin Johnny fucking Cash guitar that I am going to write some tunes on. And yeah, that's all I can show you because the place is a shithole. But there you go. Yeah, it's this crazy bitch. Oh yeah, I got Vaseline all over my face too. Not for any good reason. Not for any beautiful sexual reason, I mean. But yeah, it's good for your skin. But didn't I forget I had put it on? Then I said, oh, fuck it. Anyway, there you go. I hope you're all happy now. I'll leave you with that.
That's the most fucking Sinead O'Connor. I'd have bought her sunflowers. She's definitely a sunflower cow. It doesn't make sense that this, I don't know, this bums me out a lot. Because she's so young, and as much as I loved and hated this talented, brilliant piece of shit, her son passed away. He was right there. You'll see the crisis line, veterans crisis line. The reason why I show that one whenever discussing this topic is because on a live stream, I called this fucker and I got a response. I got a response within 15 rings. And I told the person, hey, I'm recording live. I was just testing to see, how long it would take to get a response. It's like, okay, cool. Yeah, you can record me, whatever. You got me. What do you need? Oh, well, I mean, I got a lot of friends that struggle. Uh, I'm in a group therapy thing. I was at the time. Uh, Although I would like to get one started up, uh, possibly a virtual one. Reach out to me on one of these social medias. If I don't have time or talent or ability to truly help, but I'll do what I can. Might be better than nothing. Uh, and this motherfucker is like, yeah, that's cool. Record me. That's fine. So you got friends, right? And that's awesome. But do you feel some of those like this dude was like working me? Like, now again, a lot of people may have called that Veterans Crisis Line and got bad responses. I hear that often. I called once and I got immediate response and super fucking love. So I will stream that until I get a bad experience. If you had a bad experience, honestly, and you want me to try it again, I will. The minute I get a bad response, I'll fucking be open about it. But her son caused his own death. And no one said a cause of death. 10 days before she passed, there was that. Going to her personal Twitter feed, and she was like, hey, here's my new Twitter feed going forward. And emotional things, sharing, you know, wow. Like, I don't know, she was talking about Andy Park. But yeah, 10 days before her death, fucking Johnny Cash guitar, she's gonna write new songs on that we'll never get to hear. And I'll be honest, I'd have been harsh. She wrote 5 songs. I would have held them harshly. I'd have been like, this one's brilliant and fucking amazing. These 2 are perfectly fine. This one is the worst song ever written. And this one, it's not that good. But in all fairness, 4 of them would have been pretty good. I don't know. The fact that I respected while hating on this chick. And our spiritual journeys were completely opposite, right? She was raised in this lifestyle, and I was raised in this lifestyle. And she was seeking freedom from one thing, and I was seeking freedom from another. And we met in the middle at some point. and then kept going in our paths. I relate to her. And her age and everything leading up leads me to believe she took her own life. And that is the absolute last fucking thing I ever would have thought coming from her. Like, that's the most un-Sinead O'Connor thing you could ever fucking do. First or second, converting to Islam, that's for our second. And then, roll back the time, and you go back far enough, and it's like an Irish Catholic girl ripping up a picture of the Pope is the most un-Sinead O'Connor. I loved her. I hated her. I respected her. But I think what she would appreciate most is I was never surprised by her. And I never knew what to expect from her. Everything she did was, never saw that coming. Wait a minute. You know what? Yeah, that's her. Damn it. We lost a brilliant, kind maniac. I looked it up because I couldn't remember. She did War at the Bob Dylan tribute at Madison Square Garden. Chris introduced her and hugged her. She came off stage. Chris, as she came off stage, Chris Christopherson is the man. By the way, oddly enough, I did a reaction video to a song, Skinny Devil, and it gave me brilliant ideas, and I was actually had your page pulled up. I was going to make some statements and some suggestions, and then I got the news late, clearly. But yeah, that shit's just... So, to not offend your Islam, that shot is not for you. But to offend you, Sinead, and to honor you, when I end this live stream, I am going to do a rosary, which takes me, I'm probably slow, I'm not a Mexican woman, 25 to 35 minutes. But this is a handmade rosary. It is from New Mexico. It's the I always want to say mescaline, but no, Mescalero tribe, uh, outside of, damn it, it's outside of, I lived in Roswell, going, yeah, out between Roswell and White Sands. This is all desert wood, hand carved. And yeah, it's not the most high quality, but so yes, Sinead, I'm going to the rosary for you because that will honor you and piss you off, and that is exactly what I think you would appreciate. But Kentucky Hottie 420 talked about you in the last video I recorded. Not sure when it's gonna. Uh, I think Randy Pine Farm be posted, but yeah, you're part of my reaction video, and Skinny Devil. I need to hit you up. I got brilliant ideas. Anyways, uh, I'm going to end this before I ramble on too much. And hit me up, my beautiful, amazing friends. If I don't respond, it's not because you're not amazing and fantastic and worthy. It's because I'm not. Have a great day. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. But have a shitty brunch. Because these brunch motherfuckers, fuck you. Sorry, I like brunch. You can't go to brunch alone. And I'm generally alone.